Welcome to this week's edition of The Lowe Down. I am Rebecca Lowe. Tim Howard, Robbie Mustoe are in attendance for this episode. 5 questions, I don't know what they are. 30 seconds to answer each one. Eddie has the whistle somewhere in this building. Who's first?
I am.
Let's go.
Have you learned anything new about either team from today's Manchester derby?
Anything new? I don't think I've learnt much new, no. I think a lot of, with Manchester United, things have been compounded. And I'll tell you what, Timothy Howard, I am exasperated. I'm running out of questions to ask you both. I really am, about where we go with Manchester United and whose fault it is and how you fix it. So in terms of anything new, no, just compounded that he is incredibly inflexible. And Amorim, and makes strange substitutions. With City, nothing new from the team. I already knew that Phil Foden was brilliant and we've missed him. And now it looks like he might have the bit between his teeth again. But I don't know, something still for me is a bit off about Pep Guardiola and this City team. And I don't know what it is, but I'm saying it here. In fact, I've said it for a while. Something is a bit off there. All eyes on that.
And what might happen?
I don't know. I just don't know. Something doesn't feel right. Carry on. Next question.
Next question. Liverpool got their win again, but failed to impress, really.
Again.
Where do they need to improve?
Well, they need to improve by finishing a game sooner than the 83rd minute, because every game they've won this season has come after the 83rd minute. Again, against Burnley today, they're in stoppage time before they win the game, and they only get a penalty because poor Hannibal just does like a reflex action, the sort of thing that I would do. I think the sort of thing that people would do, like it's just naturally so desperate to stop the cross, and puts out his arm. So they got really, really, really lucky. They need to improve in midfield. Florian Wirtz needs to improve. Alexander Isak is going to improve them. They also need to, I think, improve at fullback. Fullback positions are... I think everyone was so excited with Frimpong and with Milos Kerkez coming in. They thought, they've strengthened at fullback, and then it's like a little bit of a mess right now at fullback. Both sides.
Yep. Get your little sheet there. Who are your 2 picks for the Premier League Hall of Fame class of 2025? By the way, it's an impossible pick.
OK, so I read these out earlier on. The 2025 Hall of Fame shortlist, you're supposed to try and vote for 2. It's Sol Campbell, Patrice Evra, Robbie Fowler, Michael Owen, Yaya Toure, Michael Carrick, Cesc Fabregas, Eden Hazard, Teddy Sheringham, Edmund van der Sar, and Jermaine Defoe, Les Ferdinand, Gary Neville, David Silva, and Nemanja Vidic. I'm going with David Silva, because how can you not have a Premier League Hall of Fame without a beauty like David Silva, that graced 100%. And danced and was like a ballerina of this league. And the other one I'm going to go for is Robbie Fowler. Because he has more than 150 goals. I think he has 163 Premier League goals. That is unreal, and becomes more unreal as the years go by. He was also a great character. He played in a great era. And for me, when I think of Robbie Fowler, I think of the Premier League Hall of Fame. Let's go.
So, here's a question for you. So, one of the biggest surprises this season has got to be Aston Villa.
I know.
Second bottom of the league table, no goals scored. What's going on?
I don't know. Do you know what I think might have happened? What happened in the final game last season at Old Trafford with that VAR situation where they basically, with that mistake by VAR, by the referee, and had that not happened and they'd gone on and they would have qualified for the Champions League, then you get more money, then you can recruit fresh new players. But they got themselves into a real pickle. And I'm not excusing them for this, because they banked everything on getting Champions League to have some cash to go and freshen up the squad. Then they couldn't. Then they were already up to their PSR limits. They got no money. And from what people tell me in the game, if you can't freshen up your squad, whatever level you're at during the summer, when you go back at the beginning of the next season, it is stale. And it looks really stale. They're kind of stinking the gaff out. It's weird, because I've been on the Lowe Down for years, talking about how much I love Unai Emery and I love Aston Villa, but something's wrong. You can't score a goal in 4 games. You're the only team in the top 7 leagues of English football not to score a goal.
It'll turn it around, right?
Yeah, but I think you're losing a lot of ground. You're losing a massive amount of ground. You're already 12 points off top after 4 games.
Yeah, 10 points off top.
Sorry, 10 points off top after 4 games. That's actually miles behind already.
Crazy.
Good point. Great point. Going to Kansas City this week. What barbecue are you looking forward to? Kansas City barbecue is famous, as we know, if you don't know.
I am learning about that.
Okay. So you got pulled pork, brisket, ribs.
I do like a bit of pulled pork, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I do. I think that's underrated.
Brisket, like melt in your mouth brisket.
What is brisket?
It's
we don't have that in
meat.
England.
Soft beef, cooked for a million hours.
Ribs? We're eating barbecue ribs on set, Fanfest live?
No, I'm not, because I'm going to end up with barbecue sauce on the cheeks. We're going to get it everywhere. I'm going to get sticky fingers. I hate that. I do like a Chinese rib, but I'm not sure barbecue ribs are up my street.
You ever had one? Oh my God.
No, don't feed me. I don't want to feed
sauce in pork.
Of course you do.
So what about chicken? Can I have some?
We could probably get some pulled chicken.
So it has to be, is that what barbecue is? It has to be pulled. So what does that mean? You put it on the barbecue and then it softens up and then you do that thing with it. Where
you smoke it so long it just falls off the bone.
We don't know a lot about this, Mustoe.
I do. I've learned a lot in America. I've been in America nearly 20 years. I know how to do that stuff.
That was this week's edition of the Lowe Down. Make sure you join us in Kansas City, by the way, this coming weekend. Cannot wait for a pulled pork sandwich. NBC Sports YouTube channel is where all of our original content is from. Premier League updates, the tactics session, the two Robbie's podcast. Robbie is about to go and record it at this show, The Lowe Down. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host of NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. And for even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock.